All right, now we're reading the latest chapter of Kaiji. And as I have said many, many times, this is the latest. The one that even Japanese Kaiji fans were reading when it came out. He's here, he's gone, and hid himself. Oh, look, she has one of those little fishing bear statues. I love those. Okay, anyways. Endo now reconfirming all the spots that the other TIMN checked. This entire chapter is just called Search, which is hilarious to me because it's not called Discovery or Found or anything like that. Here, maybe Endo maybe notices the teacups. He's still hiding, checking everywhere. You nitwits are just so weak you overlooked him. So now they've given up all pretense of so silent that Kaiji won't see them coming. They know that if Kaiji's in here, he knows that they're in there. And it's a totally mutually understood game of hide and seek. Now, there's also a noise barrier that they can't pass before the neighbors start getting concerned, and the police might get called. But Endo doesn't seem to be concerned with that other noise limit in the moment. He's more concerned with finding Kaiji. Check every nook and cranny. Look again, closer. I don't know where he could be. There's like not that much in this apartment. I sincerely don't get it. Oh, there's these closets up here. In the bath? Did they check the bath underneath that little bath lid thing? Did they check the veranda? But there's somebody else watching the veranda. Is there an angle from which they can't see the veranda? Like that Kaiji can duck down in the corner and he can't be seen? But it has to be more substantive than that too. Like it can't just be a hiding place. And that Kaiji is just cooped up there going, well, I hope they don't check here. Right? He has to have something a little more robust, I would imagine. Or else he wouldn't have let this develop to the stage that it got to. He would have come up with some other countermeasure. It's checking everywhere. It would be such a hilarious anticlimax if just in one of these panels it's just Kaiji. Hello. Hi. You looking for me? Get down. Fine, it's the bathing room. Okay, they're checking everywhere. I assume they still have somebody out by the door too. I like this shot of him making... I think this guy is Endo's least favorite. The guy that kind of has a kind-looking face and doesn't seem like he would ever bring any trouble to anyone. With his little kind of like perm-looking hair. I like him. I like this character. I like all of the surveillance team. But I really think Endo doesn't. And that it's no coincidence that he's the one that has to get stepped on. Only place left is in here. In the bath? There's no way, right? Do you really think that Kaiji's just gonna be right here? Did you look inside this bathtub? Didn't you? But you see, Endo should be so suspicious of the idea that Kaiji would just go to these half measures. The plan was to catch him totally off guard. Obviously, they failed to do that. So now that his guard is up, would his guard really be so pathetic as this little plastic bath cover? I don't think so. And yet, Endo thinks he's doing the Akagi smirk. Don't you see? This is the same Akagi smirk. He's like, you did well, Kaiji, to hide yourself away in the bathtub, knowing somehow that we were coming. But you never thought that I would look in the bathtub. It just doesn't make sense. I think Endo here is slipping. He's letting emotions get a little better of himself, and he's so adamant to catch Kaiji here and now. So this is all it was? He sure got us panicked. There's no way he's not here. Because he has to be somewhere in this apartment right now. There's no doubt about it. All said and done, it would have been the optimal outcome. He was hiding there all along, not making a peep and suppressing himself as long as he could. Keep things all nice and quiet for us. As a bonus, this place is the bathtub with nowhere for him to run. All we have to do is lean forward on him. All that's left is to muffle him, restrain him, and capture him. 10 days it's been since I was assigned to direct your manhunt. No conclusive results at all. Who is this guy that's commanding Endo, by the way? That's some like Tei middle management guy that I can't recall seeing before, but he looks very generic, so we might have. Anyways, it would be a cool spot for a little Tonigawa cameo, but whatever. Honestly regretting taking it on in the first place, but it's fine now. The day is finally here. Oh, Endo. Don't you know you're setting up so many failure flags? Don't you know that this is not just the moment where you don't catch Kaiji, but I'm so sure that Kaiji is slipping out the front door right now. Right? Because all 4 of them are in the bathroom. Where was he? Do you think he was really on the ceiling? That he was doing the Hinata? That he was doing the Luffy and Impel Down? No, right? I don't know. Where could he be? Where was he? Where was he? I can't wait to see the Kaiji side of this. The number of chapters that we go without seeing Kaiji's perspective, it's like that times 2 is the number of chapters we'll get of Kaiji breaking down every choice he made. Oh, and it's gonna be beautiful. Okay. So, what's gonna happen? It's fine now. The day is finally here. I've accomplished my mission. It's all paid off. My exhaustive effort and hard work has finally paid off in the end. Or could Kaiji really be in there? Because, like, this arc has gone in so many weird directions. Like, the whole 24 billion yen escape arc. It's taken us to places within kind of the Fukumoto storytelling realm that I never thought we'd see before. You know, like the plotting of the villains and the stakeout adventure, the buying the RV, trying to come up with ways to physically move a lot of money. Like all of these things that you can tell fall under Fukumoto's consideration when thinking about the world that I never thought we'd see. It feels almost Kurosawa-esque in its broadness and such. So, I mean, why not have the Kaiji is captured arc too? Like, why not have the story of how Kaiji manages to escape when they've got him dead to rights? Maybe a little adventure of not selling out Chang and Mario, them trying to figure out the location of the cash. I don't know. I really feels like anything is possible. I feel not entirely sure what's going to happen when they pry off this lid. And yet, I think the safe bet, it's an empty bathtub. Or it's a bathtub full of water and they all fall into it. Time to show yourself. Ready or not. Okay. They all rip off the bath cover and empty. Empty. No way. How? Did he go out on the veranda? Why didn't you check the veranda, you dummies? Is he about to escape out the veranda? He runs out, flings open the door, looks down. He's not here. Those two don't look any different. They didn't see him. What's the plan? What's the plan? Okay, so Kaiji, I think, must have gone out the front door. They made such a big mistake when they all went into the bathroom. Kaiji was waiting for a moment like that and just whoosh, right out the front door. But there's still, of course, the guy watching the door, and Kaiji would know that they would still have a guy watching the door, right? He's probably already taken account of the number of Tei men on the scene and has already scouted out the ones watching the veranda. So he knows that there's still a man unaccounted for, probably watching the door. So he can either just try to show down with that guy, who of course would call in instantly because he's still on the phone, I think, and be like, yeah, he's here, he punched me, he's running off. Or do we just proceed to the next phase of the bulwark? And now Kaiji is just somewhere in the building. don't know. Sign to just stare straight at the veranda and watch it. There's no way they missed Kaiji tangling down the pole and running away, is there? People can see you out on the veranda. This is like the first kind of proactive critical thinking about this sort of mission that these guys have shown, which is good. And maybe part of Endo is proud of him. But no, right now I think he's just super omega pissed. He checks inside the washing machine. Oh, can't you relate to that sort of desperate searching? When you're looking for something and first you check the logical places and then you check the illogical places. And then you find yourself checking the impossible places. You check things under which there is no spot for it to be found. You check containers too small to contain it. Isn't that a terrible feeling? I was going to say wonderful, but I have no idea why. It's actually such a terrible feeling because it feels like you've lost your mind. And yet that slight hope that Endo must have felt when he opened the washing machine. Oh, his poor brain. His poor brain must be running on fumes by now. What should we do now? There's nothing else we can do but withdraw. So where was Kaiji? Feels like, with all these shots of the apartment, kind of the thoroughness with which Fukumoto depicted the search, like maybe we should be able to figure this out, is what I'm thinking. Like maybe there was actually a clue somewhere that showed Kaiji's real location that whole time. That would be really cool if that was the case. I don't know if my detective skills are up to solving this case. Put everything back the way it was, leave no traces of her being here, and leave. Okay, so that part is good. That part makes sense to me. They're going to be able to return to normal surveillance because, ideally, there is nothing they have done now that would tip off Kaiji's mom that something is amiss. Endo is frustrated. But where is Kaiji? Where is Kaiji? See, look at all these shots. Is there a clue here? They're putting everything back so that if they'd never been there in the first place, they leave. Final step is to pick the lock back closed again, and to quickly evacuate, draw without leaving a scent. Suspect went well, but they're unable to search Kaiji. Oh yeah, this guy. Where's Kaiji? Did you guys forget Kaiji? Did you just leave Kaiji over there? Guys, what's wrong? And they're like, shut up. Just shut up. Get in the car. Their abduction was a failure. An unexplainable, illogical failure. Their search wound up running into unforeseen difficulties. What the hell was that? How could this happen? And with that, we're caught up. It was a very satisfying chapter to get caught up on. We've left it on quite a cliffhanger of a mystery. Endo was totally right. Kaiji was in the house. And yet, after thoroughly searching the house, no Kaiji. So it looks like it's going to be on break next week. So we'll have to wait a little bit for the next chapter. Up until that time, I'm curious if anyone can work out a theory as to where Kaiji is hiding. Let's take a quick look again at some of these panels and see if there's something that looks searchable that they weren't shown searching. The bathtub. Now this is interesting to me that immediately after they check the bathtub, they freak out. Endo runs to the veranda. They all run out to the veranda. Like a false bottom in the tub. Something along these lines. Because they didn't search this area as thoroughly as they should have, probably. And I think it would be most fitting for Endo to get that close, to be right on so many levels, and and yet there to be something just beyond his comprehension. So I'm thinking, yeah, like a false bottom in the tub, something like that. What else could it be? It's like all the drawers and stuff, we didn't see them check them completely, like this chest of drawers over here, but you would expect that they would, right? Like, it's not going to be something like that. Like, whoops, we just didn't check there. I don't know. Is he really not here? What the heck? Okay, well, we'll find out soon enough. So will the whole world. I'm so excited to be caught up on this. I hope you are too. I hope you look forward to chapters coming out as they come out now in Japan, thanks to the tireless and heroic efforts of Fukumoto Crazy. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I'm preaching to the choir here, but I just really love this series. I think this arc is so interesting and strange. It's gone in directions that I never really would have expected this series to go. You know how many chapters we've been without a gamble? It's been like 60. I mean, you know, there's figurative gambles all over the place, but without a literal gamble, like over 60 chapters now. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Okay, let's hope that. Where could Kaiji be? Oh man. Oh, he's probably just rolled up in the curtains.